Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to share my reoccurring mastitis story, my mastitis journey, and what helped me to stop mastitis from coming back. So if you're new here, welcome. First of all, my name is Karyna. I'm a full-time mom. I have two kids. One is a girl who is 3.5 years old, and I have a boy who just turned 1. And with him, I did have that recurring mastitis that was driving me crazy and influencing my life with a newborn so much. It was so hard. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of my story, my journey, antibiotics experiences, and tell you what was causing it, how I prevented from coming back still, because I'm still breastfeeding. And here on my channel I post videos like this where I'm sharing my experiences in motherhood, and I share my ideas, tips and tricks to try and make parenthood a bit easier on you. So if this sounds like something you could get a value from, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. I post every single Thursday and a bonus video here and there sometimes, so make sure to don't miss out on my new content going live. And now let me tell you, I did have like some clogged milk ducts with my first, so I kind of knew how it feels and what it is. But then when I had my second child, I started dealing with reoccurring clogged milk ducts, which is mastitis. When you get fever, it's already mastitis, and mastitis does not always equals you have to take antibiotics. So for me it was the last resource, and I ended up there. But first, you know, I tried everything else. I made sure I fed him in all different positions, so he emptied my breast all over the place. And then obviously I tried making sure my breasts don't overflow, you know, that they are not staying too full, and maybe I need to pump here and there for a little bit of relief, not completely, not to drain completely. And I was doing all that, and then I started pumping because I wanted to create a milk stash. So I was trying to you know, have this routine with pumping once a day. I wanted to make sure I can pump and save that milk, which, spoiler alert, my child does not like frozen milk. Yeah, right now he doesn't even like it in a bottle at all, just from the breast. Anyways, so that's what I was doing, and I kept getting this clogged milk ducts together with fever and redness and excruciating pain and all that stuff that mastitis comes with. So then I had my postnatal appointment. At that point I already went through 1 or 2 mastitis episodes that resolved on its own, but then there was one spot that kept coming back, like kept hurting. So you know, life with newborn is so hard. So I was just, I can't handle being sick, because when you have mastitis, fever and all that, you just feel like you're very sick and you have to take care of your newborn. And I also had my toddler with me home all the time. She didn't go to daycare back then. So I was like, what do you think? I asked my doctor, and she examined my breast, and she pushed on it so hard, like, you know, trying to unclog the duct or something. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I think we should do antibiotics. And I was like, I guess if that's gonna help, let's just do antibiotics, because I'm afraid that it's, you know, it's coming back and everything. So you guys, if you never took antibiotics for mastitis, it's quite a pain. You take them either for 10 or 14 days, and you have to take them every 6 hours, so like 4 pills a day. So I had to like set my alarm to make sure I remember to take the pill, and also it has to be like 2 hours before food, 1 hour after food, something like that. So it's like complicated on top of all the other complications I have. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm treating my mastitis, I'm not gonna feel bad anymore, and it's not gonna, you know, get worse. And you know, you Google and you read that, and you might end up having surgery if you don't treat it on time. And then whew, so I get scared, and I went with antibiotics, and it did not relieve my pain or my clogged milk duct right away. It did not. Like, I was like a good week into taking my antibiotics, and I still was having that clogged duct in place. And I have a very funny accident happened, that basically by accident my husband like pushed me into my breast, and it was so painful. I screamed, I cried, because it was that spot. But you know what? After that, my clogged milk duct got unplugged. So basically by accident he unplugged my milk duct, And of course I continued with my antibiotics, you know, but only after that it stopped hurting and stopped being red, and you know, the lump disappeared only after that push. The craziest thing is that the day I took my last antibiotic pill, my other side got mastitis. My other side started hurting, and I think it was really like quick and fast, like right away mastitis, right away fever, like from nowhere. So I called the doctor, and all they were able to tell me is, we sent refill to your pharmacy, take another course of the antibiotics. And I was like, no, I'm not taking them anymore. Like, my body just gave birth, nourishing a child, going through all of this mastitis, fever, sleepless nights. Like, I can't do this to my body. So I started looking into, you know, more things, what you can do about it. And honestly, that one just resolved on its own pretty much. I just kept doing the same thing, like constantly feeding there, making sure that child's chin is pointing towards the lamp. And yes, it's super painful, but it worked. Luckily, I got an advice from a lactation consultant who told me that there is some data proving that sunflower lecithin that everybody talks about does help to prevent clogging and also helps you to resolve those clogged milk ducts. So she gave me like a very basic recommendation of 2 capsules of sunflower lecithin, 1200 milligrams per day, and then the day if I feel like there is some clogging happening or I already have some clogged duct, take 4 of those capsules of 1200 milligrams each. It just like changes like a texture of your milk. I guess this time around for my big boy, my milk was really like fatty and thick, and maybe that contributed to a lot of clogging. So sunflower lecithin supposedly makes it like smoother and does not change like nutrition of it. It does not change what goes in it, anything like that. It's the same milk, it's just like thinner, like if you think about melted coconut oil. So that's how it works. It makes so much sense. Another very important thing that contributed to this is the fact that the lactation consultant I spoke to, she asked me if I'm pumping, and as I told you, I was. Apparently it can be a traumatic process to your nipples, and it can create like very teeny tiny, you know, scratches, cracks, whatever, and infection can get in easily. So she told me to stop pumping and try to, at least if I can, and I was able to. Luckily I was able to do that, and I stopped. I think I pumped after that only here and there a couple of times throughout this past year, just to leave some milk when I had to go somewhere for a little bit. In the beginning he was taking bottle with my milk. In the last couple of months he didn't, and that's it. These 2 things contributed to the fact that I stopped my mastitis from coming back. I started taking sunflower lecithin on daily basis, and I stopped pumping. Or I guess if you do have to continue pumping, you have to be gentle, careful, and make sure you have the right size flanges so that pump does not hurt your breast. Because mama, if you're going through this, I feel you. If you can, try everything and anything before you go the antibiotic route. Not a medical advice, obviously, just a recommendation from a mom. Look into it more. This is my experience, and hopefully this was helpful. I have a little one who just woke up. Definitely talk to your doctor, your lactation consultant, but from what I know, taking sunflower lecithin from day 1 is beneficial and can prevent you from going through this horrible thing as mastitis. And we just wish you the best and healthy babies and health for you, mama, because it's so important. Don't forget about yourself, take care of yourself. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.